Hi, welcome to Green Our Turf, the artificial turf company. In the next few seconds, we're going to show you why we are the company for you.
Our goal is to provide you, the customer, with the most realistic looking artificial grass in the marketplace today. And we've done that by working side by side with the largest manufacturers in North America. We've designed a product that not only looks great, but will last for years to come.
Once you've selected from one of our many styles of artificial turf that best suits your application, comes the install process. Now, we've engineered by working with manufacturers and some local installers to come up with what we feel is the best way to install artificial grass.
The first thing we're going to do when we get to your yard is we're going to take all the existing grass and dirt and haul it out. Now, this is the key part of the job because this is going to be where we shape and mold what your yard is going to look like. We also have to worry about drainage at this point, and we're going to sculpt the yard so that the water runs in the proper direction. Once we've done that correctly, then we're going to go into our first layer of rock. This rock is designed kind of like a French drain system, which is to hold that water until the ground below can suck it up. That rock layer is about 2 to 3 inches, and once we've got it down, we're going to then compact that layer and get a nice smooth surface. Next comes our first layer of enzyme. We use a 3-layer enzyme process, but let me tell you a little bit about this enzyme and why we are so excited to have it. The enzyme, first off, is 100% natural. It doesn't have any artificial chemicals or things that can be harmful to your dog or your kids. The enzyme is designed to break down the urine smell so that any odor that comes in contact with it is going to be neutralized and absorbed right there. Next comes the third layer, which is decomposed granite. This is a layer where we put the final touches on the yard and really sculpt what the shape of the turf is going to look like. After the decomposed granite comes another layer of enzyme. This enzyme is designed just to ensure that we do everything we can to eliminate any odor from pets. Now comes the turf, and this is where our guys really shine. Here's where we put in all the extra attention to detail when it comes to cutting in the edges, doing the seams, and doing all the things necessary to give you the yard that you want to have. The way we cut our seams is kind of unique. We do what's called a wave seam, and the seam is actually cut like this in the pattern of a wave so that when you're looking at the turf, you don't see a straight line right down the center of your yard. We also double attach our seam. The seam is the weakest part of your yard in the install process. So what we've done is we both glue by using a bonding agent and nail the seam to ensure that you don't have any separation. We use technology when we're able to, but sometimes the old-fashioned way is the best way. And when it comes to nailing down the turf, we use the old-fashioned method. We literally take and hammer in a nail halfway and put a nail every 4 inches all the way around the outside of the turf and along all the seams. Then a guy follows behind him and takes the fiber, spreads it apart, and nails down each nail in order to not create pinch points in the fabric and pull down the grass. Our infill is also a key point in our install. We don't use silica sand or a white colored sand because when you put that onto the turf, it really dulls or mutes the vivid, lush green that we work so hard to get. And we don't use black rubber crumb because there's a lot of reports that it's toxic. And when it rains, that black rubber crumb can migrate. We use black diamond infill, which is a sand that we use that is very dense, very heavy, gets down into the core or bottom of the turf and gives it that lush black look that we want mixed with the green and doesn't mute the color. After we've installed the black diamond infill comes our last layer of enzyme. And this last layer is the heaviest layer, designed to just take all of the urine and really neutralize it up on the top of the turf. As you can see, the detail that we put into the installation and the amount of time and energy involved in making sure that this artificial grass is going to last for you is second to none. Call us today so that we can send one of our certified consultants to you and help you realize that dream yard you've always wanted.